A delightful hello to all the curious minds out there. Welcome to Lavis Creations, a magical place where learning meets fun. Here, we'll dive deep into the fascinating world of animals, birds, fishes, flowers, and even vegetables. You'll giggle your way through fun facts and laugh out loud at our humorous takes. So put on your thinking hats and let your imaginations run wild. Get ready to embark on a fun-filled journey of discovery. Prepare for a journey full of laughter and knowledge. Imagine a place where a lion is scared of a mouse. Sounds absurd, right? Well, welcome to the animal kingdom, a place where the unexpected is the norm and every creature carries its own unique charm. Now let's talk about elephants. Did you know that elephants are the only animals that can't jump? Maybe they just love the ground too much. Or perhaps they have a secret pact with gravity. Who knows? Then we have the cheetah, the fastest animal on land. But it's not all about speed, you see. After a swift sprint, a cheetah needs to rest for half an hour before they can eat. Maybe they're trying to teach us the importance of relaxation. Or they're just really good at playing hard to get with their food. And how about kangaroos? Did you know that kangaroos use their tails for balance? So if you think about it, their tail is like a third leg. Now that's what I call multitasking. Moving on to our feathery friends, the ostriches. They are known to bury their heads in the sand when they sense danger. It's their version of if I can't see you, you can't see me. Some might call it denial, but I'd say they're just really committed to their version of hide and seek. Now let's dive into the world of marine life. Meet the octopus, the master of disguise. When an octopus feels threatened, it can not only change its color, but also its texture to blend in with its surroundings. Talk about taking camouflage to the next level. And finally, we have the sloth, an animal that sleeps for about 20 hours a day. They're so slow that algae can grow on their fur. But hey, who are we to judge? Maybe they've just perfected the art of chilling. So there you have it, folks. A brief tour of the fun and fascinating world of the animal kingdom. Remember, every animal has its own quirks, just like us humans. What if you could tweet like a bird, not just on Twitter? Imagine being able to chirp and squawk in the same language as our feathered friends. Let's take a journey into the world of birds, a place filled with color, song, and a whole lot of flapping. Did you know that parrots can mimic human speech? Yes, you heard that right. Maybe they're not just squawking randomly, but having a good old gossip about us humans. Can you imagine? Did you see what John was wearing today? Absolutely atrocious. I bet you'll never look at a parrot the same way again. And then there are pigeons. You might think they're just city dwellers who have a thing for statues. But did you know? They can remember hundreds of different images and can recognize themselves in a mirror. That's right. They're probably the vainest birds out there, always checking themselves out. Moving on, let's talk about the speedy hummingbird. These tiny powerhouses beat their wings up to 80 times per second, and they're the only birds that can fly backwards. Imagine if you could do that. You'd never bump into anything again. Let's also not forget the majestic eagle. With eyesight so sharp they can spot a rabbit from over 2 miles away. I wish I had that kind of vision. I wouldn't need my glasses anymore. Ever heard of a fish that forgets everything in 3 seconds? Let's dive into the deep blue and meet some of our aquatic friends, who are not only fascinating but also quite funny. First up, the goldfish. Now you may have heard that goldfish have a 3-second memory. Imagine forgetting what you were doing every 3 seconds. You'd be like, ooh, a castle, ooh, a castle, ooh, a castle, every time you swam around your fishbowl. But guess what? This is actually a myth. Goldfish can remember things for up to 5 months. So, next time you're feeding your pet goldfish, remember, they know who you are. Next, let's meet the pufferfish, the drama queens of the ocean. When they feel threatened, they puff up into a spiky ball like a seagoing balloon. It's their way of saying, back off, buddy. But did you know they're also artists? Male pufferfish create beautiful patterns in the sand to attract a mate. Talk about a creative way to impress. And have you ever heard of a fish that can walk? Meet the mud skipper, a fish that spends more time out of water than in it. They use their fins to walk around and can even climb trees. Now that's a fish that doesn't let being a fish limit its ambitions. Now let's talk about the biggest fish in the sea, the whale shark. Despite their huge size, they're gentle giants who prefer plankton to people. They've got about 3,000 tiny teeth, but they don't use them to eat. Instead, they have a giant filter in their mouth to sieve their food from the water. It's like they're constantly saying, strain, don't chew. And finally, let's not forget the clownfish, famous for their starring role in a certain animated movie. They're the comedians of the sea, always ready to clown around. And did you know all clownfish are born male, and the biggest one changes into a female? Talk about a surprising twist. So that's a splash of knowledge from our aquatic friends. Dive in next time for more fun facts about the world around us. Flowers are not just beautiful, they have personality too. Now let's imagine if flowers could talk and have attitudes. What would they be like? Take sunflowers, for instance. They always face the sun. Maybe they're just not morning flowers. Or perhaps they're the biggest fans of sunbathing, always turning their faces for that perfect tan. And let's not forget about tulips. They're the first to pop up in the spring, like the eager beavers of the flower world. Always ready to party, they just can't wait to get the spring fiesta rolling. Then we have roses, the drama queens of the flower kingdom. Always dressed to the nines in red, pink, yellow, or white, they're the ones who steal the show. But beware, they do come with thorns. It's like they're saying, "Look, but don't touch, darling." Oh, and the marigolds. They're like the reliable best friends who always show up, rain or shine. You can always count on marigolds to add a splash of sunshine to your garden. Daisies are the happy-go-lucky ones. With their white petals and sunny yellow centers, they're like little suns themselves. They're probably the ones who'd say, "Don't worry, be happy," every time you look at them. And then, there's the mysterious orchid. The divas of the flower world. They're exotic and rare, and they know it. It's as if they're saying, "Yes, we're hard to find and hard to grow, but aren't we worth it?" Last but not least, we have the dandelions. Some may call them weeds, but they're like the rebels of the floral world. They grow wherever they want, whenever they want. It's like they're saying, "We didn't choose the thug life chose us." So the next time you look at a flower, remember, there's more to them than just their beauty. They've got humor, they've got attitude, and they've got personality. Who knew flowers could have such a funny side? Ever thought of a tomato fighting over whether it's a fruit or a vegetable? Let's dive into the world of veggies and their secret lives. Did you know that carrots are not only great for your eyes, but also have a secret superpower? They can help you see in the dark. Maybe that's why rabbits never bump into anything at night. They're armed with their carrot-powered night vision goggles. And speaking of night, there's a vegetable that's a real night owl. The eggplant. They're called eggplants because the first cultivated varieties looked like white or yellowish eggs. Can you imagine a chicken laying an eggplant instead of an egg? Now let's talk about a vegetable that's a real heavyweight, the pumpkin. Some pumpkins can grow to be as heavy as a small car. Imagine trying to make a pumpkin pie out of that. You'd need an enormous oven and a giant-sized rolling pin. And who could forget the mighty potato? A humble vegetable that's loved all over the world. But did you know that in the 17th century, the French actually thought potatoes were dangerous and made them illegal? Good thing they changed their minds, or we would never have had French fries. Then there's the broccoli, a vegetable that's often mistaken for a tiny tree. It's packed full of vitamins and actually a great source of protein. So next time someone tells you to eat your greens, just think of broccoli as green meat. And finally, we have the cucumber, a vegetable that's also a great swimmer. It's made up of 95% water. That's why it's so refreshing in a salad on a hot summer day. So, there you have it, a parade of vegetables with their fun facts and silly stories. Who knew that the world of veggies could be so entertaining? But don't forget, while they're great for a laugh, they're also super healthy and delicious. Remember, vegetables are not just for eating, they are for laughing too. Now that we've tickled your funny bone and fed your brain, why not share the laughter and knowledge? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and pass along the fun to your friends by sharing this video. There's always more giggles and learning just around the corner, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining us on this hilarious journey of learning. Until next time, keep laughing and learning with Lavis Creations.